JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is arguably one of the best anime of all time. Iconic scenes from the anime which are classics within the anime community. Here's an example.
射程距離外まずはジョセフからジョータロウ奴のスタンドザ・ワールドの正体は時間じゃ時間を止めるスタンドなんじゃザ・ワールド
With a total of 8 manga parts and 5.5 fully animated parts, it is no doubt that JoJo has a large catalog of entertainment. With My Anime's top ranking list for all manga, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure taking the number 2 spot. Along with this stat, JoJo franchise is in the top 20 highest grossing anime of all time, snatching the number 12 spot with a total revenue of 9.8 billion. In this video, I will evaluate why JoJo is a 10 out of 10 anime. And for the rest of the video, I present to you the 3 factors that will make JoJo a 10 out of 10 anime: art, power system, and plot. And the adventures of each member encounters throughout their lives. Chronicles the struggles of the cursed Joestar bloodline against the forces of evil. For perspective, the main villains are psychotic vampires, immortal gods, serial killers, mafia boss, and the power-hungry guy seeking revenge against the world. Seems pretty bizarre, huh? Artwork. For the span of Bizarre Adventure's lifetime, JoJo is a franchise that is known for their artwork with large detail put into character designs, not only in manga but also in anime. The credit for the unique style of characters goes to Hiroki Araki, Japanese creator of the show. Known for flamboyant poses that characters make, the art itself has garnered attention of designer brands, namely Gucci, Balenciaga, Vans, doing clothing collabs featuring characters of the anime in clothing, and clothing lines based off the characters themselves. So we're coming up on, I think, one of my favorite parts of this video, which is going to be the power system. So for the first power system, this show has 3 power systems, which is Hamon, stands, and weapons. I think first I'll do stands. Stands is the physical manifestation of a soul. Basically, your soul comes out of your body and you use it to fight enemies with cool abilities. These stands vary through the thousands. They're basically infinite stands in the JoJo verse, all being different. Example of this is the world's ability is to stop time for 10 seconds.
最初は瞬きほどの一瞬しか止められぬ能力だった。しかし首の傷が馴染んでくるにつれ2秒3秒と長く止められるようになった。今では5秒は止めていられる。時が止まっているのに5秒と考えるのはおかしいが、とにかく5秒ほどだ。いずれは1分、10分、1時間と思いのまま止められるようになってやろう。楽しみだ。だんだん長く時間を止めるのはな。
Another one would be Crazy Diamond's unique ability is to restore objects or organisms through touch. It can repair damage, heal injuries, revert chemical changes, and complex structure in the raw bones. That sounds pretty complicated, right? But a good example of this is that, if Crazy Diamond punches a plate of spaghetti, it turns back into his raw ingredients, which is like flour. And in the show, it's also a thing where he fused a person's face to a rock, which sounds outrageous, but it actually happens.
てめえがアンジェロか。チックショー！まさかおめえらこの量殺すんじゃねえだろうな。そりゃ俺は脱獄した死刑囚だ。しかし日本の法律が俺を死刑に決めたからといっておめえらに俺を裁く権利はねえぜ。ジョースケ、俺はおめえのじじいをぶち殺してやったがおめえに俺を死刑にしていい権利はねえ。もし俺を殺したらおめえも俺と同じ呪われた魂になるぜ。一 気安く指さしてがなり立てんじゃねえぞ。俺の右手が誰ももうおめえを死刑にはしないぜ。俺もこの丈太郎さんももうおめえを死刑にはしない。刑務所に入ることもない。ジョースカ、あとは任せるぜ。一体何をする気だてめえらは。永遠に供養しろアンジェロ。俺のじいちゃんも含めててめえが殺した人間のな。じいちゃんの守ったこの町で永久に生きるんだな。
アンジェロ岩は道しるべとして、また恋人たちの約束の場所と。
Stands work pretty weird. There's a lot of other stands which like utilize fire, like the elements. There's stands that create life, like Jorno's ability in part 6. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to explain stands. It's pretty complicated. And there are a lot of very like bizarre stands. I mean, no pun intended. Actually, I think I'll keep that one. All right. So for our next power system, which is our second, we have Hamon. Mostly used in part 2 and a little bit in part 3. I think also part 1. Hamon is a breathing technique that allows you to use sun energy. The sun energy can allow you to use elements like lightning, water. Hamon was used to fight enemies, mainly countering vampires, as you know, vampires are allergic to the sun, and Hamon being sun energy, they count as vampires. Hamon hasn't been shown from part 5 to part 8. It's kind of disappeared from the show after being in part 3 to kill, the main antagonist Dio, which is a vampire. It hasn't really been shown all that well or all that anymore, but I think, as far as I know, Hamon is being shown again in part 7 and part 8. Hamon, I think, is coming back. Let's go. So coming up on our last power system, we have weapons. Now, I'll say it now, weapons in JoJo are either completely useless because they're a meme. They're absolutely, useless. You try to shoot at somebody, it just does basically no damage. Alright, I'll give you an example. There have been characters in JoJo that have been shot at point blank range in the head, and by some bizarre reason they've somehow survived.
は必要です。例えば食事に毒を入れられるという危険もあり得る。
てめえ何しやがるんだ。どうしてくれるんだこのガキ。弁償できんのか。400万リラのスーツだぞ。お待たれだな。
敵だなてめえ。何？敵か
待てナルンジャーミスター。こいつは敵ではないようだ。気絶してやがる。ただの罪のない一般人だぜこれ。
本当かよ。やばいよ俺どうしよう。